given that Alaska is behind the curve of the rest of the states, what is kind of the expectation as far as when Alaska might see a spike or a surge, really bad weeks?
That's a really great question. And I think many of us have family and friends in the lower 48 and are seeing more cases and knowing more people who are affected and maybe passing away from the disease, and really thinking about our colleagues and our friends and our loved ones in the lower 48 right now. It's hard to say when
thinking about our seniors, I want to share my deepest, heartfelt apologies with you. Your final experiences in ASD are certainly not how we wanted to send you into this world. You were born as we mourn the loss of life and liberty, as 9/11 occurred at the time of your birth. And now, it feels other freedoms we take for granted have been suspended as you enter adulthood. In summary, our day-to-day life now is not what any of us had expected. I know as a community, a state, a country, and in our world, we will get through this together and find a way back to the life we used to live. It is critical that each of us does our part. I know our efforts can make a difference. Maybe a difference in my family circle, as I have family members who are elderly. Maybe our sacrifice will make a difference in your family too. Collectively, we all matter. Individually, we are definitely worth the inconvenience, the restrictions, and the sacrifices.
That having some sort of face covering when people are in public. We haven't mandated it, but we really encourage everyone. The governor's wife made him a beautiful one. There are a lot of great sewers out there doing a lot of amazing work right now sewing masks.
Good afternoon, it's Dr. Ann Zink, Chief Medical Officer for the state of Alaska, doing a quick video today on how to stay safe while being outside. We know that the best thing you can do to minimize the spread of COVID-19 is staying at least 6 feet away from others, not touching your face and your mouth, and washing your hands on a regular basis. Many states have put in total shutdown orders where you have to stay inside, but Alaska is beautiful and being outside can be a good way to be able to take care of your physical and mental health. But it's important that you do it safely. So a quick video on how to stay safe while going outside. First of all, I traveled here to the trailhead by myself. It's in my community and I'm not traveling to a different community. When I see my friend, I'm going to make sure I stay at least 6 feet away. And then when we go for a run, we're going to make sure that we stay at least 20 feet apart from each other. We know that when we exert ourselves, we have the higher chance of being able to spread our voice and our breath further, and that COVID could potentially spread further. So I'm going to make sure we have extra social distancing when I'm singing, when I'm outside, or I'm being in any sort of public area. Again, the more that we can slow the spread of this disease, the better off we're all going to be.
I just want to really say that, as mentioned by the governor, the work that Alaskans is doing right now is just critical. People are pushing down that curve, watching the epi of this disease and hearing how one fairly asymptomatic person can give it to another fairly asymptomatic person who then sees an older person who then gets sick and dies. It's a really humbling disease to think about how tricky it can be. So I just really appreciate everyone's hard work in slowing it down. We're seeing data from other states that's really showing that this social mitigation and social distancing really makes a huge difference. So thank you to all Alaskans for doing what you're doing. We're all just fundamentally essential in keeping that down. And then just a quick special shout out to all the public health workers out there. It's National Public Health Workers Week. And that team has just been working around the clock. So we kind of forgot that in the midst of everything else going because everyone's been working hard.